What's going on, Pack Rats? Welcome back to the next Hut Draft. We are doing shooting this time. If you are new to Hut Draft, and the idea of Hut Draft, what it is going to be is I'm going to search an unfiltered search result in the auction house, and I'm going to look at the first 5 cards, pick the highest card, whatever it may be. It has to be the highest one with the highest shooting stat, and we'll see how it goes. We're going to search the left wingers for the first ones, then we're going through the center, right wing, left D, right D, and goalie. And in this first selection for shooting, it's looking like we're going to get Ryan O'Reilly for the first left winger spot. First centerman that we are picking for our team, we're doing shooting. In this one, it's going to be Alex Galchenyuk for one of our centermen. We're moving on to the right wingers here. Let's see who we can pick up in this one. It is going to be a tie between Blake Wheeler and Nikita Kucherov. I'm partial to Nikita Kucherov, but I think we're going to have to go with Blake Wheeler in this one. We're kicking things off again with the left defenseman. We're going shooting right here. Matt Carl, team of the week. But it's going to be Morgan Riley is going to be the highest shooting on this team. Thank God, because, I don't know, Matt Carl doesn't play too well in this game. So Morgan Riley kind of saved the day on this one. So he's going to be our first left defenseman for our team of the shooting Hut Draft. Moving over to the right defenseman, we got a cap of 50,000 on all of these guys. But for shooting, it's looking like we're picking up Slava Voinov in this one. Solid pickup on our team. Good to have him on there for the right defense. So next, we're going to be choosing the goalie. And since there's not really a shooting stat for goalie, I'm going to decide it this way. I think when people shoot on net, they like going top cheese. They like going high. So I think the high stat is what we're going to look at when we search for goalies right here in these search results. Who are we getting? We're getting Pecorino again. We got him last time on the team, and we are going to get Pecorino again. Going for gold here on this one. Pecorino, the second time making an appearance, he was highest on quickness, and now he is highest, I guess, on the high stat. So, I mean, Pecorino is going to be our first goalie for the team. Going back to the left wingers, we're picking up our second rotation of players, and wow! Okay, we got some Stanley Cup edition guys. We got Joel Ward or Troy Brouwer. This is a tough one right here. Got left wing grinders in both positions. Their skating's the same. The shooting's the same. Got a little bit better hands from Troy Brouwer. Gosh, the checking is on point for both of these guys. Joel Ward, Troy Brouwer. I think I'm going to try out Joel Ward on this one. This one's pretty cool. It's our first Stanley Cup edition card that we're going to get to try out in one of these Hut Drafts. So I'm pretty excited about this one. But Joel Ward is going to be the guy we're going to pick up out of this one. Okay, I had to go and pick up one of those Joel Wards. You don't know how many of those guys are going to be on the market and who's going to decide to price hike those guys. So we got him. As you can see, our coin balance went low, but we're going on to the second centerman right here, and wow, we are doing milestone Mike Ribeiro on that one. All right, we got some interesting card choices right here. We got the milestone Mike Ribeiro. We're going to buy this one, see if we can place a bid at the last second. Failed to retrieve data. That might not be good. I saw there was only 2 left on the auction house. We're going to quickly hop over there, see what's going on. We're going to go to the Nashville Predators. We're getting over there Mike Ribeiro. Where are the Nashville Predators at? There we are. And we are going to milestone. Oh, that is not good right there. Okay. So we might have to re-roll this centerman right here. I would have loved to pick up Mike Ribeiro, but it just did not happen. I could not get the bid off in time, so we're going to reset the stats right here. We're going any team in this game. Centerman, second centerman right here. Who are we getting in this one shooting? It's going to go to Joel Pavelski. All right. Out with one good player, in with another one. So Pavelski is going to be the second centerman that we pick up. Moving over to the right wingers here in this shooting Hut Draft, we are going to be selecting TJ Oshie for the second right winger. All right, the next lefty that we are going to be working with on this team, we already have Morgan Riley on the team, so it looks like it is going to be Goligoski on this one. Almost had Hedman on the team. God, that would have been amazing. It's looking like we got Goligoski in this one for the second left defenseman. The next right D we are going to be working with on this team is going to be Brett Burns. Heck yeah, that is an awesome pickup for This team, one of my favorite players in this game to play with, so I'm stoked that we get Brett Burns on the team. Hopefully I have enough cards for all these guys once I start buying them all. Because we got some pretty good players so far, some special editions, some high-ranking players, but we are going on to the second goal. We already have Pecorino for the first slot. Let's see who we are going to get. Gosh, Brian Elliott, Stanley Cup edition. That's another 35,000. We're going to put him down. I'm going to write him back on my list of what we got here, but we might not be picking up that second Brian Elliott card. We might be having to re-roll one of these cards eventually, but we'll see what happens when we get there. So we are back to the third rotation. We're picking up another left winger here, and shooting-wise, it is going to be Daniel Sedin. Okay, not a bad pickup right here. Daniel Sedin's a solid guy. He's got the hands of a saint. So it's good to have him on the team in our third rotation, picking up him on the left winger, Daniel Sedin. For the third centerman, it's looking like we are picking up Leon Draisaitl for the shooter. It's good. We almost had Team of the Week Kuznetsov. That would have been a killer card to have on the team. Never played with that before. But we got Leon Draisaitl for the next centerman for our team. We're going on to our third right winger. Who are we getting in this one? Wow, we are picking up Wendell Clark in this one. Our first legend card. That's a pretty cool pickup. That is going to be our first one. Look at Joel Ward trying to make another appearance. This time he's trying on the right winger, but Wendell Clark is going to be the legend that we are going to pick up for this team. That is an awesome pickup, and I'm really excited to play with him. That guy can lay some freaking hits. Okay, we are moving on to our left defenseman. This is the last left defenseman pairing that we are picking up. And we have got Torrey Krug filling in the last spot for our left defenseman. Not a bad core of defensemen so far. We got Burns and Voynov on the other side. Left defense is definitely not our strong suit. We're adding Torrey Krug as the final left defenseman. Last right defenseman spot. Shooting hut draft. Oh, okay, we got Tyson Barrie or Mike Giordano. This is tough. I love the speed that Tyson Barrie has and that he plays with. Mike Giordano, though, is always a solid option. I kind of fear for our budget right now, so I think for the time being, I'm going to pick Tyson Barrie for the third one. Maybe if it came down to it and we didn't have so many expensive players up to this point, I would have put Giordano. But for right now, I think we're going to have to do Barrie on this one. I mean, I've played with both of them. I really like the fast players out there, and you know, I don't know. I think my gut instinct, though, is just telling me Tyson Barrie. So we're going to go with it. Believe me, guys. Tyson Barrie is going to be the final right defenseman. We already have the goalies all set to lockdown. So let's revisit the left wing for the final selection of these left wingers here. It's looking like we are going to pick up Radim Vrbata. Thought we were going to get that Kuznetsov again, but Vrbata is going to be picking up the last spot with his 88 shooting. So our left wingers are locked up. Final centerman for the team. We're going shooting hut draft. We got the choice between Ribeiro, Hansel, and Mikko Koivu. Mikko Koivu, who's always been the old reliable on the team. So I think we're going to have to go with Mikko Koivu on this one. He's always a sturdy rock to have on your team, so it just makes sense. The final spot on the team is going to be the last right winger. Who is it going to be? Oh, wow. Okay, we got our choice of Jason Pominville and Gabriel Landeskog. I think I'm going to have to do Landeskog. He's just one of those guys that's all-around great player. He's like a Wayne Simmons. You know what I mean by that. He's got all stats pretty comparable all the way down. So Landeskog is going to be the last one. I really hope that I do not run out of coins in this one. But we'll see with what we got, and I'll see you guys at the end after I buy all these players and see what kind of team we can wrap up. So unfortunately, we cannot buy the Stanley Cup Edition. Elliot, you see we have 6,500 pucks left, and these are too expensive. So you know what? Let's go back and let's put a filter on this for 6,500 pucks, and then whatever we get out of this one will be our final goalie. So who are we looking at for the last goalie? It is going to be Jonathan Bernier, newly acquired Anaheim Duck goaltender. I guess it could be Dubnyk, but we'll just go with Bernier for now. So we're going to put him onto the team, and we're going to heal the absolute crap out of him because he is fatigued and his contract is up. Not for the Anaheim Ducks, though. Hopefully good things happen for him down there in Anaheim. But this is our team. We got Sedin, Pavelski, and Landeskog making up line 1. Line 2 is a solid Verbata, Galchenyuk, and TJ Oshie. Line 3 is the Bruisers, Joel Ward, Mikko Koivu, and Wendell Clark. That's a sick line right there. Line 4 is Wheeler, Draisaitl, and O'Reilly, kind of piecing together the last line. Doesn't really fit anywhere in here, but I like the way line 4 looks. Then we got Morgan Rielly with Brett Burns, Voynov with Torrey Krug, and Goligoski with Barry. And if you look, we have all left defensemen are offensive defensemen. And then the right D are two-way D. And then we got Pecorine holding us down in the middle at goaltender. Should be a pretty good team for the matchup. And look at that, Wendell Clark going up against John Scott. What a beauty. Right off the face-off, I knew, though, that things were going to be weird when our skates get caught on each other. That only happens when there's a little bit of lag. And these are the kind of highlights you get when you haven't played in like a week and a half. I'm just trying to get the puck towards the net. Mikko Koivu gets laid out, but then Joel Ward finds the open Wendell Clark and puts this one away. I love how we're relying on Wendell Clark and Joel Ward in this game to bring the goals to the team. This is a shooting draft, and we got two huge enforcers on the team. So Wendell Clark, absolute gorgeous mustache right there. Love that about him. And look at that trip. The game's just breaking on me today, I guess. Just spins out of control. So we got the 4-on-4 right here, and right off the bat, Goligoski is like, whoa, bring the puck next time with you, kid. And then Barry is going to get tripped. And then right here, Wendell Clark is absolutely going to light up Daniel Sedin. And then not 30 seconds later in the game, you're going to see Henrik Sedin get the puck, and Wendell Clark, oh, meet your maker there. And the Sedin sisters go down at the hands of Wendell Clark. And then we're going to pass this one right here, tape-to-tape pass. What a beauty. Morgan Rielly's going to take the puck in, though, and he's going to try and get a shot off. And look at this lucky save. Just, hits the tip of the goalie pad of Varlamov. What are you going to do there? Wendell Clark is going to get around the butt block right here. He's going to take it down, get around his defenseman, throw it across to Ward for the one-timer. He's just going to whiff on it. Not good, and that is the end of the first period. Second period action, though, we're going to get the puck. He's going to throw it out, but the lag helps him out here, and I can't register a shot on net. And that is going to be detrimental to me, and then he's going to come down with Goudreau. I'm going to attack him twice with my defenseman. He's going to get around it. Same thing. He cannot register a shot. So that's 2 goals that were thwarted by the internet connection. And Blake Wheeler there putting the hits on. Learning a thing or two from Wendell Clark. Gotta love it. Got the Bash Bros out there. End of the second period. Those were your highlights. Third period action, though. In the corner, I'm coming, and watch Goudreau at the top of the screen. Gets bumped by one of my guys, and then a knee to the head. Tough luck there by Goudreau, and he's just flopping on the ice. What are you going to do? A little bit of a humor there in this game, and then Wendell Clark out of nowhere turns around, rips a shot. He has one of the fastest releases of any guy I've ever played with. It was very surprising, but very, very fun to see on a game. Tyson Barrie, though, makes the start of the next highlight, gets the puck off of his guy, throws it up to Joel Ward. Joel Ward takes it in and puts an absolute snipe of a shot, post to post to post, right past Varlamov. And we got Joel Ward and Wendell Clark, that line, really showing up in this game. Really cool to see that happen. And it's 2-0 at that point. So I love how we got the biggest checkers on the team showing up in the biggest ways on the scoreboard for us. So it's 2-0 at this point. I love having those guys on the team. First time I've ever used a Stanley Cup Edition card in this game, as well as the Wendell Clark Legend. I have used a few Legends before in this game, but pretty good stuff from them so far. And then Joel Ward gets thwarted right here by his guy. I don't know if he was trying to trip me, but it worked out in his favor. Daniel Sedin is going to get lit up by Goligoski. Goudreau's going to domino again. Tough night for him on the luck side of things, but what are you going to do? Passing it up to Wendell Clark. He's going for trips now at this point. He's just going to stop me. I'm going to get around. Not going to work. Throws it over to Joel Ward, but as time expires, that is not going to count. I call that a 3-0 victory because that puck was in. Pecorine coming in with the shootout, giving us the victory for our team, solid in net. And here's the replay. Wendell Clark throws it right across the crease. Joel Ward is there to put it away. Varlamov would not have stopped that. That's 3-0. And look at this hit by Wendell Clark. Oh my gosh. He like broke the physics in that game. There's no way that player would have gotten up. And then here's him visiting his brother just about a minute later in the game. So I'm sitting here looking through the action tracker of the game, and then I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. I see a net chart. And I don't know if this has always been here, but I just discovered it recently. I thought it was really cool. Shows you where you put your shots, where the goals went in, the placement of all of your shots, so maybe you can work on that in the future. It shows your first period, second period, and third period. As you can see, as this first period went on, I was kind of sporadic about where I wanted to put some of them, but then as the second period, the third period, I kind of found my way back to the top of the net where I could score some of the goals. So third period, you see me going heavy in the top right and not so much on the left side, even though that's where all the goals went in. Look at that goal right off the post. And can somebody please fix the 3 stars? Why is Varlamov getting a higher star than Pecorino? Just absolutely ridiculous. But that is going to do it for this episode of the Hut Draft. Sorry I couldn't do Sunday Slumming for the second week in a row. I have been pretty busy from getting back. But if you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow very, very much. And if you have a suggestion for the next Hut Draft, just let me know in the comment section. I will read all of them. But once again, guys, I hope you're having fun with this series. And until next time, this is PackDaddy. I'm out.